Rich, you've obviously coached in a lot of pretty storied rivalries throughout your career. Just what's your expectation for this rivalry game? What have you heard from some of the other coaches and players about kind of how it goes?
Well, certainly the intensity at any rivalry game is probably going to be amped up, and I think you don't have to worry about as a coach getting your guys jacked up to play in this type of game. But you don't want to do anything to hurt your team either, and that's not football related. I think that's the biggest thing. You want to have, you always have a controlled aggression, I think, and it's amped up in a rivalry game. But if you're doing something that's not football related, pushing or shoving or talking or swinging punches, that's all that does is hurt your team. So that's if you really want to win the game, which everybody does in a rivalry game, you're not going to do things to hurt your team.
Do you bring anything from coaching in Backyard Brawl or Ohio State, Michigan, or stuff like that into what you teach this week?
No, I think the big thing about the rivalry games is you probably talk about it more in the off season than any other game. Without question, your fan base does, your team does, your program does, and so that game has extra importance because of that. But during the week, it's pretty much the same routine.
Is there a specific area of improvement that you've seen in the offensive line this year?
Well, I think it's being the first year in the system. I can see as the games went along, the guys are getting more comfortable with the play calls, with the in-game adjustments, some of the things we're doing, and that'll continue to go. I mean, this is, again, even though we're playing a lot of true freshmen, everybody is really a freshman in this system. And so as the season goes along, our in-game adjustments, our during the week adjustments on certain plays are happening a lot faster and make a lot more sense to our guys. And the fun part is that'll keep getting better over the next couple of years too. Thanks. As far communicate as, yeah, I think like the same thing is always that their focus needs to be on us and what we're doing, and then what they're doing scheme wise, not the emotional part of it. And particularly as a quarterback, John Rice and Matt and those guys, they play with a lot of intensity, but they have to be in control. They have to make sure that their mind is clear as far as executing the plays. And those guys have done a great job of that all year. Certainly in this game, we'll remind them of that hey, it's okay to have the intensity, but they got to keep their mental focus each and every snap.
What stands out to you about State's run defense?
Well, the first is they're big physical. Their linebackers are as big as we've played all year. They're very physical, and then they're aggressive up front. They've had good defenses there for many years, and I know some of those guys graduated last year, but they have a lot of guys that played as well, and some of the guys that played a lot last year are now in starting roles. So our guys know we'll get their best version, and I'm hoping they'll get our best version. That's kind of the plan.